Hello everybody, welcome back to another episode of SnowRunner, where you join me today in the Western White Star, or the White Western Star, whichever way around it is. And I did mention in the previous episode that we would be in the Pacific P16, but it's only medium logs that's required for this. And this Pacific P16 is set up for long logs, that's what it's really designed to do. So we're here in Smithville Dam, just at the side of the farm, loaded up with the first two of 4 medium logs that we are delivering to Drummond Island. And this truck, it's a bit touch and go as to whether or not it can actually do it. I think we'll manage the first round, no problem at all. Second round we might switch to another truck, but we'll see. We will absolutely see. We might persevere with this one. The biggest issue we have with this is the lack of diff lock. Just seems to sit and spin up some of its wheels. And driver issues as well. But now that the intro part is out the way, hopefully you guys are going to enjoy this episode. If you are enjoying this episode at any point through it and you feel like I have earned a like, don't forget you can drop one of those up below the video and it'd be very much appreciated. Also drop me a comment down below as well and let me know what you think of my vehicle choices or any particular missions you'd like to see me do, or even just to say hello. I'm absolutely fine with all of those things. And on top of all that, if you haven't done so already, you could always subscribe. That's it's entirely free for you to do so, and it does absolutely help the channel out a lot. We're gaining a good number of new subscribers thanks to the ongoing SnowRunner series, and I'm thoroughly enjoying it. But with that shameless self-promotion out of the way, I'm going to very slowly make my way up to Drummond Island. I don't know if we have enough fuel to make it to the tunnel. I do have a fuel carrier trailer just next to the tunnel, but I'm not sure if we have enough fuel to even make it there. But we will absolutely do our best, and I'll crack on with this, and I'll bring you guys in if anything exciting, interesting, or devastating happens. I've had horrific luck with logs recently, and we usually reserve log missions for a Wednesday. This video, of course, it goes out on Wednesday if you're watching them as they come out, and therefore it's log day, as the truck slowly grinds to a halt on a slight hill. But like I said, I'll crack on with this, and I'll see you guys in just a second. Okay, here we are on Drummond Island, and although we've got a drop-off point right in front of us there, that's not the one I'm going to go to. I am going to go to the farm first of all, because it requires 2, and fuel-wise we're very, very close. And for those of you who don't know, those numbers on the fuel gauge down there turn red when you're getting close to running out of fuel, and I very nearly did. Now the truck is managing reasonably well. I will probably swap to a different truck for the second run anyway, just simply because I can, really. Not much else to it than that. Not sure what truck yet, but I'll switch to something. If we have a look at the map here to find out where the farm is down there, so that is where we picked up that long trailer with the Tatra. This trailer is a bit longer, and the White Star is not as good as the Tatra. It's almost there, but again, without that diff lock, it's, as you can see, just struggling ever so slightly. And that's a significant amount of weight to have that far back on the truck. It is above the axles though, so there is that, but it is still causing the front axle to lift. which is never good because that's the one that determines what tree we're going to crash into. But either way, we are gradually making our way there. No major concerns as of yet. We haven't fallen over, we haven't exploded, been hit by a meteor, or any of those awful things that usually happens when I pick up a load of logs. But we do still have tricky terrain to contend with. The terrain up until this point has been perfectly manageable. And this terrain is, in itself, also manageable, but much trickier. As you can see, this is where the diff lock would come into its own, because not moving is not good. Also, climbing a large rock isn't really what I had in mind. I mean, it's entirely a thing. You can absolutely do that, but I wouldn't recommend it through the course of this task. This is where a smaller trailer would really be advised. See if we can keep that momentum going. I'm going to say we can't. Nope, we've come to yet another stop. Luckily, there's no shortage of winch points, but it is for this reason why I'm considering a different truck for the second round. Possibly the Tiger. It's been a little while since we've been out in the Tiger. But I'll crack on with this, and I'll see you guys when we get to the farm. And here we are, just making it to the farm now. That's those logs cleared off the back, so as you can see, we've got a set of medium logs to deliver to the lighthouse keeper, a set of medium logs to deliver to the worker's house. But as mentioned, I'm going to swap into a different truck, so I'll see you guys once that's happened. Okay, here we are back in Drummond Island with the second load. That took a good bit of time. I don't even want to talk about how long that took, but we're here. That's all that really matters. And we're in a different truck, as I mentioned. In what's this, the Voron, I think it's called. I keep forgetting the name of this one. We'll call it the Vulcan. There is yet another delivery done right inside the door of Drummond Island. Can't complain at that at all. Let's stop here and have a quick look at the map and see where we're going next. This will be interesting. That's not where I want to go. I want to go all the way down there. That should be perfectly doable. Perfectly doable indeed. The trailer is long, but the weight's now fully over the front, and that rest of the axles on the trailer are just there as a dolly now. Even this truck, which is far more capable than the Western White Star, still struggled, which leads me to think maybe I don't have a truck problem. Maybe it's just my need to have enormous trailers. Now, if you've watched any of my other series on the channel, namely the Motor Town series that I did a little while ago, you might be familiar with my weird obsession with enormous trucks. When I was playing Motor Town, that was my go-to thing, making a massive road train that shouldn't have worked but still made it work anyway. Some of those road trains were just absolutely ridiculous, but I think that's where the need for this double trailer comes from. Sort of a need for efficiency, but I'm not entirely sure this is any more efficient than doing multiple runs, because this trailer is incredibly heavy, and because of that, it makes the truck painfully slow. So much so that I think in this particular run, where there has been a great deal of distance involved, it very well could be the case that it's actually quicker to do this without the double log trailer. Potentially. Is this where I turn? It is indeed. We can get out of the map. There we are. Am I going to make that corner now? Probably not, but we'll try. No, we're not. Are we? Just nice and slowly. Here we are. I have noticed with this game that the trucks understeer quite dramatically. So if you are doing a tight corner like that, just go really, really, really slowly, and you'll probably make it around it. You have a better chance of getting around it than if you're going absolutely full throttle, hell for leather. Then there's a good chance that you'll just drive like me and go straight into it. If you can't drive around an obstacle, driving through it is a reasonable conclusion to come to. Now, the last time I was on this bit of road with a log trailer, I ended up in that ditch to the right hand side of us just now, on my side, and well, that wasn't fun. So let's not repeat that process. But this truck is managing this to an okay level. This one is better on fuel and actually carries more fuel than the Western White Star, or the White Western Star, whichever way around that name goes. So there is that going for it, but it's not really doing much of a better job, as you can see. And it's keeping it moving, whereas the other truck would have stopped. But I think that's more to do with the fact that this truck has probably a more powerful engine and really aggressive tires on it. But you can't take away from the fact that the trailer we're pulling, even empty, well, that was 5 axles. It's not a small trailer. It can be said it's many things, but small isn't one of them. And generally with size comes weight, and this trailer is very heavy. Potentially one of the heavier trailers in the game, with the exception of obviously the really large machine trailers and things like that, and the fuel carrier trailers. They're obviously very heavy. The logs jiggling about in the back. Those straps are only there for show. Those logs are maybe attached to each other, but they're not attached to the trailer. Now this is where things are going to get somewhat interesting as the rain begins. This is, I believe, our final little track down to the destination here. And knowing what this map is like, it's going to be a bit tricky. The ever-present river crossing. So you can see there that the trailer is really the issue here. We got the truck through that river, no problem. But as soon as the trailer goes into it, that's where we bog down. But a little bit of low range and diff lock, and we'll just manhandle that trailer out of the muddy riverbed. Put it back into auto now. We should manage along this little stretch here. Shouldn't be too far to go to the destination. I have no idea how long this video is going to be either. recording wise we're already over an hour in length, but a lot of that time was spent travelling to Drummond Island. There's a trailer there. Didn't know that trailer was there. There we are, $11,300, 990 experience, and of course we got that trailer there as well. So we're sitting on $670,000, which is awesome stuff, and we're not far away from level 25 as well, which is also very awesome, and we are now over the 50% complete in Michigan, which I'm never going to complain at. There's not too much in the way of main contracts left to do, and that would have been a very, very rude awakening for someone sleeping in that mobile home there. Now that I've parked the trailer in a ridiculous fashion, this is where I'm going to leave this episode for today, guys. Hopefully it wasn't too short for you, but let me know in the comments what you thought of it, and if you liked the video you can of course like down below. You can also subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. At the time of recording this, we are only a couple of subscribers away from the 350, which would be absolutely amazing. So if you haven't subscribed yet, please consider doing so. And you can also ring the bell icon as well, that way you get notified of all future uploads. And on top of that, you can also join me over on Discord. The link to Discord is in the video description. It is also over on the channel page as well. That way you will get a chance to chat to me. You can hang out with me, potentially even play some games in the future. Generally when I live stream, if it's a multiplayer game, I bring in you guys over from the Discord and you get to play alongside me over on the live streams, and I do want to get into live streams again very soon, so if that's something that interests you, head over to Discord, and I will be back tomorrow with more SnowRunner. Thank you all very kindly for watching, and I'll see you all then. Bye for now.